Thanks for starting your morning with 10 Tampa Bay. More news and weather are next.
Keeping you informed, prepared, and connected. You're watching 10 Tampa Bay.
This morning, a family looking for a new place to call home after a massive fire. In just minutes, we hear from them and the neighbor who helped save their son. And more than a month since Hurricane Debbie, some in Pasco County still dealing with flooding. Why the water just isn't draining. Good Saturday morning, everyone. Of course, we're going to be burning brighter than the sun on this beautiful. Before that sun pops up over a beautiful downtown St. Petersburg this morning. Taking a look at that live. Good morning, everyone. I'm Jenny Dean. I'm so happy to be with you. So grateful that you're watching 10 Tampa Bay this morning. We want to get a first look at your forecast because we might be burning up from the sun today, right, Mike Prangley?
Yeah, I tell you. Hey, usually we get those cooling thunderstorms, but not today. We could actually push near record highs. That'll be the big story. So, hey, we got some good beach weather for you this weekend.
I'll take it.
But, hey, we can get that sunscreen out, too, as well. Let's take a look outside at that beautiful dawn's early light. Good morning, Tampa Bay. It's a gorgeous day. Great to be with Jenny Dean here. And as we take a look out there, there's that St. Pete Pier. Oh, that's going to be hopping today. And we're getting ready for that gorgeous sunrise officially at 7:18. Temperature-wise, hey, it feels pretty nice out there. 76 degrees. So often in the month of September, we've been more like 80 as we wake up, but not this morning. In fact, a little hint, at least a little bit of a hint of fall, especially up toward the Nature Coast. Notice we've got temperatures of 70 up toward Crystal River, 72 in Brooksville. And as we go through today, really, this is the time to get out if you want the cooler weather because we've got the green light go, our last summer run. This is the last official day of summer. So notice we have those comfortable temperatures in the mid 70s, but things will change quickly as we heat up by late morning into this afternoon. So you got the caution and the red here with that high of 92. The big difference maker meteorologically is that northeast wind. And with it, yes, it's just dominating our weather. So we're not getting those typical sea breeze collisions out there. And that's going to allow us to heat up, and we're not going to count on those cooling storms. So our big two weather impacts, it's the heat, feeling like 100 this afternoon, and a UV index of 9 in the very high range. We'll talk more about this and, of course, the latest on the tropics.
All right, Mike, thank you. We can help keep you up to date on the weather in your neighborhood. Just download our free 10 Tampa Bay app, and we're going to let you know bad weather could impact you. This morning, a Hillsborough County family is looking for a new place to live after losing everything in a house fire. Now, while the flames were contained to the attic of their home, there was enough damage to force this family to have to start over. 10 Tampa Bay's Chris. Now, the Red Cross was able to put the family up in an Airbnb until Tuesday. If you'd like to help them, we do have a link on our website, 10tampabay.com. Now to an update in a deadly shooting outside of the Citrus Park Mall. Right now, 15-year-old Samuel Okendo is expected to appear before a judge this morning. This morning, he's accused of shooting and killing a 16-year-old. 10 Tampa Bay is identifying him because he is being charged as an adult. The Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office tells us two groups planned a slap boxing event in the mall parking garage on Saturday night. Afterwards, investigators say they shook hands and parted ways. But a short time later, they say a fight between the groups broke out outside the mall and shots were fired, killing PJ Hyman. We spoke.
I'm relieved that they caught the person who did this because now that gives us some closure, but it will never bring him back.
A candlelight vigil for PJ is planned for tomorrow at Riverfront Park in Tampa. At this hour, investigators are trying to determine how Okendo got his hands on a gun. Right now in South Florida, Boca Raton police are looking for the person behind a triple shooting. A man and woman were killed and another man is recovering this morning in the hospital. We're told that the shooting happened outside an extended stay type hotel just before 5 last night. And despite still looking for the suspect, officers say there is no danger to the public. Just in Pasco County, deputies need help finding this man. Take a look at your screens now. This is 64-year-old David Palmquist Jr. The sheriff's office says he was last seen around 10 o'clock Friday morning. This was around Wickham Lane in Holiday, and there is some concern for his well-being. He's around 5'8", 200 pounds, and might be driving a gray Kia K5. If you know where he is, please contact law enforcement. Welcome news for commuters in Sarasota. Governor Ron DeSantis announced construction on I-75 and Fruitville Road will begin years ahead of schedule. Right now, crews are breaking ground on the project that was initially slated to begin in 2030. The governor says it's now expected to be completed by 2027.
Once these improvements are completed, it's predicted that it will increase daily volume capacity. 1,000 drivers. I drove out from the airport out here. I saw nothing but like stores and construction and all this stuff. I mean, so, you got to be in a situation where you can get ahead.
The project will also include widening Fruitville Road from Honore Avenue to east of Coburn Road. The governor also announced grants to address supply chain issues with aggregate. That's the main ingredient in concrete and asphalt, as well as a $6 million grant for Port Tampa Bay. This morning, Florida retirees are still outpacing efforts to grow the labor force. And that's according to new numbers released Friday by the Department of Commerce. The report found that the size of the labor force was down slightly last month, while the number of people out of work increased. It also shows Florida's unemployment rate is largely unchanged for the past 5 months.
Reality is people have viewed Florida as a place where they could have a high quality of life. And so we've seen people move from the West Coast, the Northeast, the Midwest, you name it, to Florida for a variety of different reasons.
The state's labor force in August totaled just over 11 million people. That's down 12,000 from July. Looking ahead and happening in just hours, services are set this morning for Reverend Morris Heinzman. The former Metropolitan Ministries CEO died earlier this month at age 82. The service is at Bay Hope Church on Lakeshore Road in Lutz. Visitation starts at 10:30. The service is at 11. Also happening in just hours, a battle to clean our Bay Area beaches. Keep Tampa Bay beautiful and keep Pinellas beautiful. They're going to have a friendly competition to see who can clean up the most trash off their county beaches. Now, the groups are cleaning up South Gandy Beach, the Fishing Bridge in St. Pete, and Ben T. Davis Beach. And there's going to be a trophy presentation, a big after party at the Getaway in St. Pete. All the cleanups start at 9 a.m. And staying on the sand in Pinellas County, more cleanups underway this morning. Tobacco-free Florida hosting an annual coastal cleanup in Indian Rocks Beach at 11 and Chicago Jack's Pizzeria on Gulf Boulevard until 2. Food's going to be provided, and according to the group, some people think that cigarettes are biodegradable, but that is not the case. They can actually cause a lot of harm.
Fans should expect a totally new experience at Amalie Arena. We show you the newest $6.5 million creation you can't miss when heading to a game this season.
Welcome back to 10 Tampa Bay. Tickets for one of the state's largest Christian music festivals on sale this morning. Universal Orlando just announced the details for next year's Rock the Universe. And some of the top artists this year include Brandon Lake, Bethel, Matthew West, and Rend Collective. The two-day concert is January 24th and 25th. Tickets for both days start at $164 per person. Also some chances for autographs and meet and greets. Always fun when you get a big concert festival together.
Oh, yeah, ready to rock and roll. You ready for, I have Earth, Wind, and Fire on my mind this morning.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember the 21st of September?
Of course.
Well, we're going to remember this 21st of September for some gorgeous weather.
Okay.
Well, if you like it really hot.
Yeah, I mean, hot. I like it hot.
Okay.
We live in Florida, don't we?
We do. Let's bring it on. Come on, nature. All right, visit tampabay.com, and you can see the heat. Not quite here yet, but I tell you what, it feels pretty good right now. But once that sun rises, yeah, that heat will build in a hurry. But yes, just enjoying the sunrise with you this morning. And thanks for waking up with us here. That sunrise officially in 4 minutes. I want to see some of your pictures, and we'll share some of those. We take a look at the big weather story. Well, feeling pretty good. I mean, 75, dew point of 72. That's better than that dew point near 80. And of course, we follow the dew point for the forecast and as far as how it feels a lot of times this time of year. So lower dew points and yeah, not feeling quite as stuffy. So look at the weekend forecast in detail. Yeah, something rare. I quoted rare air on my X update this morning because it's going to be hard to find much in the way of rain. Maybe an inland shower a pop. That's the best chance toward Lakeland and Polk County, Arcadia, Highlands, DeSoto County with that high of 92. But it's all about the scorching sun and that small rain chance. In fact, for our Sunday Fun Day, we're going to keep this pattern going all weekend long. Notice the very low chances of rain, 10% as we go into Sunday, and just mostly sunny. In fact, we could be near a record high with 93, maybe 94 tying that record. We'll keep an eye on it. But today we've been talking about a beach day. The battle of the beach is going on. Let's get out there and make a difference. And yeah, it'll be better first thing this morning. Look at that 70s and then heating up on the sand, mid to upper 80s this afternoon with that northeast wind. But notice what's missing. It's going to be tough to find any rain with that UV index of 9, very high range. So you'll need the sunscreen and a water temperature of 88. And speaking of the beaches, congratulations, Haley and John. Our wedding forecast. Let me just step out of the way. That beautiful couple there. The future is looking bright. And yes, I'm not going to rain on your wedding. Looks like just a very slight chance of a shower thanks to that dry northeast wind and temperatures holding into the 80s. So lovely weather for a lovely couple. And as we take a look at that marine forecast here today, Captain John, yeah, I tell you what, he's very happy this morning because we've got northeast winds 7 to 12 knots, 1 to 2 foot seas, and the seas will come down to about a foot this afternoon with just a light chop. No advisories expected. And notice, yeah, we're not seeing those sea breeze collisions we normally see so often this time of year. So another reason why we're not going to see much in the way of thunderstorms. In fact, verifying that with our latest satellite radar right now from Crystal River to Tampa to Sarasota, looking good. And again, we're going to see that northeast flow. We're going to see a little coastal convergence along the east coast of Florida. But as those showers move inland this afternoon, really not much to work with. Not seeing much of the collisions we normally see. So we're going to get out there and enjoy a beautiful day today. In fact, notice very low chances of rain all weekend long, 10%. There's those highs in the low to mid 90s again, pushing your record highs. Tampa Bay Bucks, yeah, we're going to take the sunscreen, the hats, and take breaks in the shade. It's going to be a hot one. And then next week, we could totally dry out by Tuesday, Wednesday. Look at that, the hottest part of the week into the mid 90s. And then watching the tropics very closely late next week could increase our chances of rain. We'll take a look at that in the hurricane headquarters coming right.
Only 45 days until the election, and this morning, we are still verifying some of the claims made during the debate between Harris and Trump. Next, we look at some of the vice president's statements. We're taking a live look outside now. 7:20 is your time. A beautiful Clearwater Beach. Of course, meteorologist Mike Crangley saying it's going to be a beach day for sure. A hot beach day, but it's going to be beautiful. So maybe make those plans right now to get out and enjoy it.
This storm season, stay informed, prepared, and connected with 10 Tampa Bay. You can watch live coverage on your TV through our streaming app and sign up for weather alerts by downloading our app on your phone. Keep watching 10 Tampa Bay. 10 Tampa Bay is sponsored by Integrity Home Solutions, where details matter.
Good morning. We're your hurricane headquarters here at 10 Tampa Bay, and we've got the latest. And yes, as expected this time of year, it's busy. We've got a lot of tropical waves out in the open Atlantic, so we're not too concerned about these just yet. We have plenty of time to watch it. Low chance of development, but a moderate chance of development. All eyes have been on the Caribbean all week, and basically the models have just been flip-flopping, going back and forth. The timing, the speed. In fact, there's just really hasn't been much consensus whatsoever. So overnight, let's see what happened. What's the latest on the models? Well, you've got a lot going on. You see the white rings here. Okay, so that's our American model. And notice if we head into late week, it does bring something out of the Caribbean closer to home toward the eastern Gulf of Mexico, okay? Again, but that's been going back and forth. And then if you look at the European, where you see the green circle right here, okay? This has a storm farther west toward the western Gulf. So again, something to watch. We could see a developing system. It looks like likely a developing system. The question is, where is it going to go by mid to late next week? We'll keep you updated, keep checking back. We'll keep you informed, prepared, and connected.
All right, Mike, we know you will. We are watching. Both candidates made a lot of claims at the presidential debate almost 2 weeks ago, and we are still fact-checking your questions about what they said. Brandon Lewis from our National Verify team looks into Kamala Harris's claim about where U.S. troops are actively deployed. Coming up, new details on a deadly stabbing in Polk County as a teen faces a judge for the first time. In our next half hour, what we're learning about the case.
keeping you informed, prepared, and connected. You're watching 10 Tampa Bay.
I'm Nick Volturo. We are live in Tampa for the St. Jude Run Walk 5K. More than 2,000 people outside right here at Thunder Alley, walking and taking those strides towards a cure to pediatric cancer. We're going to tell you all about it coming up next.
And Raymond James Stadium will be packed tonight for the USF Miami game. 10 Tampa Bay Sports is previewing the action for you.
A lady to begin with, luck be a lady tonight.
Good Saturday morning to you. Taking a live look at downtown Tampa. No left turns for anyone there. It's going to be a beautiful morning for a run. And, of course, Nick is going to update on the good cause that they are running for St. Jude's. A lot of people heading down there today. But I want to thank you for joining us this morning. Good Saturday morning, everyone. You are watching 10 Tampa Bay. I'm Jenny Dean. I'm so happy to be with you. And, of course, we are joined by meteorologist Mike Prangley. So glad to have you back this week.
Shine cheer as we head through the weekend.
And we're going to need that runner index this morning. There's a lot of people getting ready to run now.
We do, not just make any run. I mean, making a big difference. And Nick Volturo will have more on that. But look at this gorgeous start to our weekend. And this is our weather in a picture because you can get used to this. We're going to see a weekend where most of us won't see one drop of rain. Oh, it's been some time. Yes, some rare air. Raymond James Stadium, of course, we're talking about USF hosting Miami tonight. Good news is it's 7 p.m. kickoff, so temperatures will drop into the upper 70s. But look at downtown Tampa, Clearwater Beach. We've got a beach day, Gulfport. We've got great boating weather out there. We look at the particulars. Oh, so gorgeous. 75, dew point of 72. The big difference maker this weekend is we've got a dry northeast flow, and we're not going to see those sea breeze collisions. So plenty of sunshine, very little in the way of rain. In fact, this is our last full day of summer. And on this last full day of summer, we're getting ready for the autumnal equinox tomorrow, the first day of fall. And a little hint of fall up toward the Nature Coast with some lower 70s. Most of us, though, mid 70s, including Polk County, back toward our coastal areas. We take a look at our Prangley Runner Index for this St. Jude Run and Walk. It's a go, 8 out of 10, a great 8 for you. But notice we'll get the run in early this morning and make a difference, and then slow it down this afternoon as the heat returns, low 90s, feeling like triple digits. We'll take a look at this and the tropics coming right up.
All right, Mike, thank you. Right now, your time is 7:33. The teen accused of killing his mother in Polk County will remain in jail until his trial. 17-year-old Colin Griffith faced a judge for the first time Friday after he was formally charged with first-degree murder as an adult. Investigators say he stabbed his mother to death after witnesses saw the two arguing. A group accused of stealing more than $2.5 million worth of vehicles now behind bars. Hillsborough County Sheriff's deputies arrested 3 adults and 2 teens that they believe were involved in that auto theft ring. Investigators say the group targeted dealerships all over Florida, including several spots in the Bay Area. Deputies say the suspects would smash windows or sunroofs to get in the cars and then use a programmer to create a new key for each one they stole. Those cars would then be taken to a storage unit to have parts removed or sold off. Right now, deputies are still searching for another person who may be involved. This morning, a 21-year-old waking up behind bars. This is a look at the incident happened at 29th Street store in Tampa Thursday morning. And take a look at the surveillance video of that moment. Police say Sebastian Scott walked in, was wearing a mask. He took out a gun and then he demanded money. Investigators say he took off on a bicycle after the clerk gave him some cash. An off-duty detective later saw Scott, alerted detectives who then arrested him. Police say their investigation reveals that Scott was also involved in several other robberies and burglaries, one of them at the same store last month. Well, the Tampa Bay community is coming together for a cause that touches the hearts of so many. We're talking about the St. Jude Walk Run. It's an event that's not just about fitness, but about hope, love, and support for children battling cancer. 10 Tampa Bay's Nick Volturo is joining us live outside Amalie Arena this morning. And Nick, it sounds like a wonderful atmosphere out there this morning.
Jenny, good morning, and what an electric atmosphere. Just take a look at the crowd. You see everyone lined up, getting ready for the St. Jude Run 5K. Unbelievable turnout outside right here on Thunder Alley, and it's in a packed house. More than 2,000 people are going to be participating in this event today. Every stride, another step towards a cure to pediatric cancer. I'm here with someone on the board. The walk's going to get started here at 7:30. So if you want to come down, the streets are closed. It's going to be an electric atmosphere. More than 2,000 people participating. It gets bigger and bigger every single year. For right now, reporting live in Tampa, Nick Volturo, 10 Tampa Bay.
All right, Nick, thank you. Always dressed quite right for those events. Happening this morning in Citrus County, another 5K. This is the Save a Heart 5K that residents can attend virtually or in person. You can walk, run, or cycle to a healthier heart. The 5K is encouraging everyone to find a creative way to meet the recommended 150 minutes of physical activity each week. Now, the race is being held from 8 to 11 a.m., and if you want to do it in person, it's at Whispering Pines Park. Also this morning, residents in Zephyr Hills are telling us that they're still dealing with some problems. Shin-deep water along Burroughs Road. And that water's been there since Hurricane Debbie more than a month ago. Neighbors blame blocked drainage at a nearby mobile home park. The owner of that park told 10 Tampa Bay that they're assessing the situation along with the Southwest Florida Water Management District.
Thought it would just recede down naturally, but then we're in the rainy season, so it just keeps coming and coming and coming and won't go down.
Now, Swift Mud states that they also conducted a site visit to that community earlier this week, and they were able to observe the flooding nearby. They're just figuring out what to do now. Well, this morning might be a good time to clean out that garage. In just hours, Sarasota County is hosting a free community cleanup in Laurel. The county will gather discarded household items, tree trimmings, and other junk that you no longer want. They're also taking things like appliances and car tires, but hazardous waste like oil, aerosol cans, and paint will not be accepted. The event is at Johnson Chapel Missionary Baptist Church. It starts at 8 this morning and goes till noon. Welcome back to 10 Tampa Bay. Oh, take a look at the babies. Sea turtle hatching season wrapping up across the Sunshine State. And take a look at this video this morning. It looks like it could be right down the road along our coastline. But get this, it's not. This is actually in Kenya. A group of volunteers helped the new baby sea turtles reach the water there. You know, baby sea turtles can die of dehydration if they don't make it to the water fast enough. And FWC here in Florida says only 1 in 1,000 turtles survive to adulthood. So that's why it's so important that we protect them.
That's right. And
that
of
we
course,
take care of them.
It's sea turtle season all the way through October.
Yes.
So let's protect the wildlife.
When you go to the beach and you see those areas that are marked off with like stakes and yellow tape, those are the sea turtle nests. Leave them alone.
Yes.
And also, if you dig any holes, refill those holes because the little sea turtles can get caught in those, and we don't want that to happen.
Yeah, very good advice there. And yes, protecting our beautiful sea turtles and some beautiful weather. I know you've got pool plans today, Jenny.
I got beach plans today.
Beach plans? That sounds even better. Okay, so live look around for Jenny's beach plans, Clearwater Beach. We've got gorgeous sunshine. And hey, usually this time of year we get those late day or pop-up showers or storms. Not today, okay? Today's all about the sunshine. In fact, look at downtown Tampa, verifying that. St. Pete Pier should be fun as always. A grouper sandwich sounds pretty good. Lakeland, you would be one of the spots that could see one of those 10-minute showers, what I call sun showers, but we're not canceling plans even for our inland areas. And Raymond James Stadium, we've got great football out there. USF hosting Miami. 7 p.m. kickoff, temperatures in the mid-80s. Should be a lot of fun. Okay, so let's get to some of the festivities out there, we'll call it. There's our palm trees, and as we take a look at our pool forecast here, you can see the beach ball and plenty of sunshine. And one thing that really sticks out at you, look at those low rain chances, just 10% or less really. And the temperatures, 92 today, 93 tomorrow, and that 93 will be near a record high. So yes, we're talking about rare air where we're dry and then we're going to be hot and then hotter. We take a look at the weather board. Let's go to the weather impacts. And yes, you've guessed it, the two big weather impacts today, the heat and the UV rays. Feeling like 100 and that UV index of 9 in the very high range. So I'm going to walk over to the weather wall here and let's look at this meteorologically, taking a little stroll through the studio here. And our forecast high is one of those days where we're not going to see the sea breeze or the beach breeze that we normally see. Okay, so without those collisions, another reason we're going to be just mainly sunny and dry for most of us. So it's going to be just as hot on the sand, Clearwater Beach. all eyes on Haley and John and the big wedding out there with temperatures in the low 90s, and we'll keep in the low 90s all the way to Lakeland, Frostproof, and Dade City. We take a look at futurecasts as we verify this. Pretty interesting. We've got that northeast flow coming in, and that's the key to the forecast. Notice one of those areas that could see the sun shower, the Lakeland, Lake Wales, but notice as it moves off toward the sea breeze interacting or colliding. So I'm not expecting rain for Pinellas, Pasco, and Hillsborough. Very low chance if you see anything. All right, and then as we head into tonight, a beautiful harvest moon still lighting up the sky, about 80% full still. And then tomorrow, rinse and repeat, well, without the rinse, because again, I think mainly dry. There's that I-4 corridor shower toward areas of Polk County, but that's really up toward the eastern areas of Polk County. And then notice as it moves off to the west, yes, it just kind of fizzles out once again. So another beautiful day. So look at the weekend again. We're talking about very low rain chances Saturday, Sunday. There's the near record high on Sunday, 93. And of course, we've got the Buccaneers going tomorrow. And in the tropics, we've got futurecast, and we're waiting on a low pressure that's trying to develop, but it's going to be a slow developer, so just keep checking back with us. But one thing is for sure, I do expect a storm to develop and move to the north. In fact, our latest PWs and moisture indices are showing, yes, a very large area of low pressure in a tropical system moving north into the Gulf as we head into next week, especially by the middle of the week. And all indications are from Texas to us here in Florida, we're going to have to keep a very close eye on this very large system. Okay, as we look at that 7-day forecast, what does it do in our forecast? Well, we've got plenty of days to watch it. As far as where it goes, still no consensus, and we'll keep you updated on that. We've got the fall equinox Sunday. Looks great for some football, but yes, find your cool spots, take some breaks in the shade at the game with that high of 93. And the next week, notice we'll start to see an increase in possibly some of those showers depending on the tropics, especially by Friday.
We come to events, we get to meet different children, interact with them.
In this week's Forever Family, meeting prospective parents. This morning, we're showing you what the process looks like for those looking to adopt and foster. We're taking a live look now outside at Lakewood Ranch at 7:51 on a Saturday morning. We hope you are waking up to a great day. Grab the cup. We will be back in just a few minutes.
10 Tampa Bay is sponsored by Integrity Home Solutions, where details matter.
Welcome back to 10 Tampa Bay at 7:54. Every week in our Forever Family segment, we shed light on the need for all children to have a safe and loving home. For kids in foster care, when they're not able to return to their birth family, the goal is to find them a forever family that's the right fit. And many agencies host events where prospective parents can get to know the kids. This morning, Caitlin Lockerbie talked to two to hear more about the process. What a beautiful story, and they're so right that everyone deserves a loving family. Every child deserves that. So
for sure.
Love it that they're giving a child a chance. More information, by the way, at 10tampabay.com. Let's take a final look at the weather.
Let's do it. Let's look outside, and there's our gorgeous sunrise and sunshine, and what a great day it is. And notice, hey, we're not expecting rain today. It's all about the sunshine, the heat, making sure you have the sunscreen. And of course, love is in the air. We're going to remember September 21st for, yes, a great wedding forecast. Congratulations to Haley and John out at Clearwater Beach.
Awesome. Congratulations to them, and we'll be back at 10 after CBS Saturday Morning.
Continue with us and watch free now on the 10 Tampa Bay Plus app everywhere you stream.